All right, we're going to go ahead and get started then. So, welcome everybody to this gentle yoga class. I'm so glad that you could join me. So, thank you. I just thought it would be a really great opportunity to I know that a lot of folks have been under a lot of stress and it's just kind of a challenging time for people. So I thought it would be really nice to just offer kind of a gentle yoga class for people. So my name is Danielle Eliana Stone, and I'm the founder of Acceleration Dance and Fitness in Omaha, Nebraska. And I really appreciate my patron fans tuning in for this class. If you're not a current patron member, but you're interested in finding out more, I'm really appreciative that you are here as well. Patron has been super helpful to me during this time with COVID-19 and all the things that we've been dealing with. So I really appreciate you taking the time to practice with me, and I hope that it helps de-stress you as well. So going through our gentle yoga practice today, I invite you to go ahead and roll out a yoga mat if you have one. If you don't, no problem. Just go ahead and clear a space in your room. I'm going to take you through a little tour of what I've got going on here. So I've got my mat out sideways so that you can see my movements a little bit better. However, feel free if you'd like to roll your mat out vertically. That's fine so that you can see the screen. Other than that, we're going to be working through a nice, slow, low flow type of practice, mostly seated on our mats, because our whole focus here is really going to be relaxation. So you may notice I've got my little furry friend here, Bells. This is my kitty, Bells, or Bella, and she's just my little bundle of joy. She might be practicing with us today. But I have this cushion here just to suggest that if you would like, because this class is all about your comfort and your relaxation, perhaps you might grab a cushion if you feel more comfortable sitting on that. We will be at the end of class utilizing some postures with our wall. So a little bit more about that. We'll be working down on the mat. We'll be going through a little bit of breath work or pranayama today as well to help us relax and feel more calm. And then at the end of class, we'll be utilizing a wall to help us get some nice deep stretches. So we'll be using a wall or surface to do stretches with the upper body, some different lunge variations. And then at the very end, we'll be putting legs up the wall, which I will show you. But if you do not have a wall handy at home, another great option is finding a counter, finding a space like that to do your lunges, or maybe working through with a chair, which I have here. So that is pretty much it. So I just invite you at this time to go ahead and settle in. I'm going to check, since this is a live stream, if I have any more questions. Okay, it looks like not at this time. So we'll go ahead then and just make it our way over to our mat. So let's go ahead, guys, and I want you to find your way over to your yoga mat. Good. And we're going to start today because we really want to focus on that release, on that letting go. We're going to relax on our backs. So we'll go ahead. My kitty looks so cute here, but we're going to have her move. Here, babes. Here, we'll scooch her down. Maybe she'll be good with that. And I just invite you at this time to go ahead and start to make your way down onto your back. So go ahead and just start to release yourself down onto the back. And you may extend your legs long in a Shavasana pose, or you can keep your knees bent as I'm demonstrating. So you don't need to look at me at this time. I just invite you to gently close the eyes. You may rest your hands on your stomach or allow the shoulders to fall down by the sides. And I'd like us to just take a few moments to relax on our backs and focus on our breathing. So when you are ready, just take a few deep, relaxing, cleansing breaths here. Breathing in through the nose. And exhaling completely. Again, breathing in through the nose. And exhaling completely. I want you to just take a few moments right now and really focus on that breath. Notice the rise and fall of the chest, of the abdomen. Notice places in the body that you might be holding on to tension. And see if you can relax or soften those areas. Take a moment and gently scan the body. Just noticing places where you might be carrying tension. Allow yourself to be comfortable and supported. And I invite you at this time to take just a moment. Our focus this evening is on the process of letting go. So often in our lives, we hold on so tightly to things that we cannot control. There are many stressors around us, and we try our best to make sense and control the situation around us. But I invite you for this next short while to see if you can loosen that grip a little bit. Is there anything that you can let go of? Anything you can't control, anything that is not serving you? Can you let go of it now? Or at least set it aside. Continue to breathe deeply and easily. We'll take one or two more nice deep breaths now. Good. Awesome. I just invite you to really keep your focus on the breath as we go through our asanas for this evening, and to make the postures and movement work for you. Just see if you can let go. All right. So you may keep your eyes closed, or if you like, open them to just a soft focus at this time. And we're going to take just a moment to work through stretching out our hips. So we're going to do a movement I really enjoy called Windshield Wipers. So to follow along with me, you're going to bend your knees and place your feet on the mat, a little wider than hip width apart. And then from here, and your upper body can just be relaxed, we're going to allow our knees to fall down from side to side. So just give this a try. And everybody's different. The knees might just go a little bit. They don't have to touch the ground. And I invite you, as we go through our asanas today, to try to incorporate breath with the movement. I like to sometimes take a big inhale, slowly release down into a posture, and then exhale, slowly move through. So find what works best for you, but just remind yourself to keep the breath smooth and even. Good. So we'll just do one or two more, just really enjoying this time being down on the mat, being down close to the earth. A lot of these low, slow postures are so great for anxiety. So just allow these gentle movements to help you feel more relaxed and calm. Great. One more each way, perhaps. And then we're going to slowly start to make our way up to seated. So you may go ahead and start to make your way rolling over onto your side. And again, no hurry. Don't jerk up with any of the movements. Just really be mindful of using your body to help you. So it's important to not crank the neck up or do any kind of really fast, jerky movements. So from here, we're going to be working through some movements with the upper body, starting to de-stress the upper body, calm the mind, again with that focus on letting go. But before we do that, I'd like to take this opportunity to work through some yogic breath work or pranayama with you. Today we're going to do some breath work that's specifically good at calming anxiety and stress. And we're going to work with a technique called alternate nostril breathing or nadi shodhana. And I'm going to actually come a little closer to our screen so that you can see this. Now, I do invite you that if you don't like this and it's, or it's confusing or anything of that nature, you can just focus on that nice deep breath. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna check and see if we've got any new folks here, just because I'm curious. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and work on our alternate nostril breathing. So what we're going to do is we're going to work with our right hand, and I'm just going to show you really quickly, and then we're going to take our index finger and middle finger down in a mudra position. We're going to hold this up by our face, and basically we're going to start by blocking the right nostril. So we block one nostril and we take a deep inhalation in through the left. Inhale in. After we inhale in, we block the left nostril and we exhale through the right. And then nice and slow, we inhale through the right nostril, the one we just exhaled through. Block right nostril, exhale left. Inhale left nostril. Block left nostril, exhale right. Inhale right nostril. Block, exhale left. You may gently close the eyes during this if you like. Inhale left. Block, exhale right. Inhale right. Block, exhale left. Inhale left. Block, exhale right. Inhale right. Block, exhale left. Continue on for about 3 more breath cycles, starting to slow down the breathing. And once more, if this is uncomfortable or too complicated for you, I invite you to just slowly breathe deep into the belly while you rest in your comfortable seated position. As you draw that focus and awareness in towards the breath, know that our Nadi Shandana, this alternate nostril breathing pranayama, is great for cardiovascular health, is great for really opening up the respiratory tract and calming and balancing the mind. So you may now, if you have not already, released your alternate nostril breathing and just return to a natural breath. I'm going to go ahead and come back to my seated mat. Good. And me and my kitty will practice a little yoga with you. So once you're in a comfortable seated position, legs can be out front. It's up to you. You can be seated again in the chair, whatever is best for you. We're going to start stretching our body. So we're going to start with some lovely shoulder rolls back. What's happening, kitty? She is extra active tonight. We'll roll those shoulders back. Again, making this as small or as big as you need to today. Good. Just take a couple breaths here. Good. And then gently drop those shoulders down. We're going to take our hands out in front, clasp the fingers together, flip the palms, and gently stretch forward. Head can come in between the hands. Pull those belly muscles in. Just breathing. Feel that nice stretch. Good. And then from here, let's lift those hands up high and just a very gentle back bend. Good. Opening the chest. Great. Let's go ahead and release those hands down. And then let's go ahead. We'll reach just one arm over to one side. Inhale. Exhale. Reach it up and switch when you're ready. Good. Just really stretching that spine. Feel the stretch all the way in through the neck as well. Let's go into some nice gentle spinal twists now. So when you're ready, twist one way, pull in those abs. Good. And then slowly float through center, and then we'll go the other direction. Just pulling in those abs. And through center. Good. Just gently moving things every which way, starting to feel a little bit looser. From here, we'll go ahead, extend those legs out in front of you. Again, your mat can just be facing me, and the legs can be a little bit wider. Just let the feet be loose. From here, we're going to take a nice big inhale up and fold the body over one of the legs. Good. And we're just starting to loosen things up, so no, don't need too much tension right now. Just ease into it. Nice big inhale, come on up. And let's switch sides, other direction. Just gently fold the body forward. Inhale and exhale. Don't hold the breath. Good. And now let's slowly come upright, bringing those arms up. I now invite you to just gently allow the face to fold forward, fingertips forward. Reaching forward. Good. Just take this opportunity, relax the muscles of the face. Great. And slowly walk those hands up. Nice job. Let's go into bound angle or butterfly, just soles of the feet together. And if you want, you can just gently start to ease forward one more time. And maybe reach with fingertips forward. Pet your furry friend if they're around. Just enjoy. Maybe reach your fingertips over to one side. Just give it a try. And as always, if any of these postures, these asanas, do not work for you, that's okay. Feel free to do what does. Your body is the best judge of what you need to do. Good. Let's slowly come through center. And when you're ready, start to walk everything up. Let's bring those knees together. And now we're going to make our way to a tabletop position or hands and knees. I hope you're doing all right there and starting to feel more relaxed. So once you get to your hands and knees, let's go ahead and work with cat and cow. Now I'll have to forewarn you, these are one of my Kitty Belle's favorite poses, so she will probably get in on this. So when you're ready, inhale, arch, pull those belly muscles in, and exhale, lower. Good, let's try that again. Inhale in, and exhale, lower. Maybe one more time. Inhale in, and exhale, lower. Great. Let's slowly make our way to a nice neutral spine. We're just going to give our calves and hamstrings a stretch now. So I invite you to take your right foot, tuck your toes so that you get this nice calf stretch, straightening your leg. And then from here, if you'd like, we'll do a modified side plank. You're going to take your right hand, so the same arm as leg, and lift up towards the ceiling. Yep, just reaching up, just feeling that nice opening. You can even maybe move the arm a bit. Good. Feeling nice and open. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So when you're ready, come on down. Let's do one more round of cat and cow here. Inhale, arch. Exhale, lower. Back to that nice neutral spine. And then tucking left toes up. Feel that lovely stretch on the calf. Good. And then we'll try that side plank on the other side. So when you're ready, lift that arm up. Good. Opening that chest. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Again, if you would like, you can feel free to move the hand, the arm, the shoulder. Good. And then when you're ready, slowly come back down. Good. All right, we're going to start to nice and slow, make our way up to standing, but we're going to do some lovely forward bends, again, to work with the spine, work with the legs. So we're going to start with downward facing dog pose. So let's go ahead and tuck our toes under, lift the hips up high, and I just invite you here to do some free form movement. Maybe dropping one heel and then the other. You can shift those hips side to side. Take a minute, maybe shake out your head, no tension. Just really starting to release any tension in the legs. Good. Lifting those hips high. Great. From here, we'll get the tension off the wrists. I just invite you to walk your hands towards your feet in your space and just let the body hang forward. And you can take that tension off of the wrists, wiggle those fingers, maybe clasping the elbows, or you could even sway a little side to side, just really in a ragdoll type pose, letting gravity help you here. Just letting it release any tension. Good. One final breath here, again, incorporating the breath always. And then from here, we're going to look up halfway. So bring hands to shins. Inhale, look up halfway, little arch. Exhale, let's lower down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, look up halfway. And exhale, lower. Good. Just releasing any tension in that head and neck. Let's go into some gentle spinal twists from our fold. To have your left hand in the middle of the feet, take your right hand up towards the ceiling, and you can bend your knees plenty here. If you want, you can very slowly start to straighten the right leg, and you'll feel a great stretch down the outside of the hip or the IT band. Good. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Let's try that on the other side. Lift your left hand up, straighten that leg, open that hip. Again, if this is too much inversion for you, you can slowly make your way to standing. We'll be going there next. Make it work for you. All right, let's fold forward. And now I just invite you to slowly roll through the spine. Head is last to come up until you make your way to standing. Good. And just feel free to do any little shakes here. I'm going to check and see how we're doing on our chat real quick. We're going to do just a few standing postures now before we go back into our restorative work. So yeah, good. Okay, looks like it's still me and Maggie. Maggie's doing good. I hope you're doing good, girl. I appreciate you watching. You're awesome. Alrighty. So from here, we're on our mat. And I just invite you to bring the feet close together. And we're going to take a nice big inhale, bring the arms above the head, thread the fingers together, and we'll do some gentle back and side bends. So when you're ready, inhale one way and then lean to one side. Inhale, center. Lean to the other side. Inhale, center. Good. So now we're going to go ahead and step wide, and you can step sideways on your mat, or if you have your mat forward facing me, just step a little wider than your mat. That is fine. And then from here, I want you to take your arms out as much as you comfortably can. Again, if you're in a tight space, you can bring the arms in. And we're just going to bend and straighten a few times. So really connect with the breath here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Opening the lungs and lowering down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift and lower. Let's do about 4 more. And down. Reach. And down. Good. Reach. And down. Last one. Reach. And down. So next time you're down, I just invite you to bend those knees, place your hands on your thigh, allow the torso to come forward, and then just press one shoulder down. Good, just a nice gentle press. Nice. And now inhale and exhale, press the other shoulder down. Just relaxing into this nice stretch. And then up, and then let's straighten those legs. Good, standing nice and tall. From here, we're just gonna do some gentle side stretches. I invite you to turn your toes out on one side. So this is my right. It could be your left if you're mirroring me. Our other toes will stay facing slightly forward. Arms will come out. Bend that front knee for warrior one. Good, so just feel nice and long, stomach muscles in, shoulders down, feeling strong. And then from here, we're gonna go into side angle. So reach the arm above the head. You can look up towards your hand. Arm can be up, or if you want a little extension, a little bit farther. And then let's go the other direction. Reverse your warrior. You can look up towards your hand. Good. From here, let's go into triangle pose, so Trikonasana. So we're going to straighten the front leg, slowly start to bring the arm down, look up towards your hand. Again, just going where you're comfortable. Perhaps the hands will touch the floor, perhaps they'll be up a little bit higher, that is fine. Again, all about your comfort. About letting go. Good. Let's go ahead now. Nice big inhale, come all the way up. Good, and let's do that warrior series on the other side. So we're gonna turn those first toes in, other toes out, and make your way warrior two, other side. Bend the front knee, drop those shoulders down. Good, and then let's go into that side angle, other side. Reach. Again, arm may extend out longer if you like, getting that nice lat side body stretch. And let's go into reversing your warrior, lifting the arm the other direction. Great. All right, coming back to warrior two, let's try that triangle pose, other side. Slowly lower down. Find your triangle pose on this side. Remember to connect with breath. Letting things be smooth and even. Good. What's that, kitty? You want to do yoga too? All right, let's slowly come up. Good. And step the feet in. And just take a moment in our mountain pose, Tadasana, with our feet about hip width apart, shoulders down, arms down by our sides. I want you to take just a moment to imagine your feet have roots, you're rooted to the earth. Imagine that you are strong like a rock, like a mountain, and that no matter what happens, what comes and goes your way, you are strong, you are flexible, but you are unflappable. You will not become unrooted. Good. All right, we're going to just do a short sequence now on our wall, like I mentioned before we go into our meditation. So if you have a wall handy, then you're all set. If you don't, I'll try to show it with the chair as well. So the first thing we're going to do when we face our wall is we're just going to do a stretch called shoulder pigeon. And I'll show it first on the wall right behind me here. So what we're going to do, and again, feel free to adjust your computer if you need to so you can see me, is we're going to take let's all take our left hand and place it on the wall. You can place it down low, you can place it about shoulder height or a little bit above. Find a spot, and you can always move this, and then you're going to walk slowly away from that arm as I'm doing here. And everybody's different how far you go, but what we're looking for is a stretch in the front of that shoulder, that rotator cuff. And if you don't have a wall handy, then you can always use a countertop, but you do want to try to get something a little bit higher up if you can. Just gently rotating around. So let's go ahead and just find this for ourselves. One last breath here, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Good. All right, let's find our second side. You can do this in a door frame. There's a lot of options here. If you have a doorway nearby, you can just hold on with your fingertips and slowly walk. There's a lot of options. So find your shoulder pigeon on this side, just really helping to open the front of the chest, again with that focus on the breath. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Good. Great. All right, let's slowly come back. So our next pose we're going to be doing facing our wall or chair, and we're going to be doing some lunges. So if you have a wall like here, then you're going to just be stepping back into your lunge and then straightening. But because we are working virtually and I want to demonstrate that a little more clearly, I'm going to do it here with the chair. Again, if you don't have a wall, countertop, you can do the chair with me. So if you're facing your wall, you're just going to step back. You're going to come into a lunge. Just step 1 foot back, whichever leg you like to start with. Now, the advantage of doing this on the wall is you can bring the arms up a little bit higher. You can release the back forward so you get a little bit more opening between the shoulders. Hands can be wide. But if you don't have that, a chair is good too. You still get that nice lunge. Now from your chair or your wall, I invite you to see if you can straighten that front leg. And this is where using a wall or surface is fabulous because you can really get into that stretch and have the arms up high. So I just invite you, wherever you're at right now, to go ahead and take maybe 2 breaths in your lunge on this side, and then we'll do this same sequence, other leg. So just go back to the breath. One final breath in your lunge on this side. Good. And then we'll step it up and come to the other side. So we'll go ahead, I'll actually do it this time at the wall, so you'll just see my backside, but it's my best side. Just kidding. So find your wall and go ahead and lunge back whichever leg you didn't use before. And again, play around with your arm positioning here. So you can bring it up, you can bring the head down. Just remember to breathe. And then when you're ready, you're going to straighten that leg and just allow the body to fold forward. Right? So keep stretching forward. We're on that wall. Straightening that front leg. Again, you can play with arm placement. Or if you want, you can always just start to curl the body forward as well. The wall just adds that stability. Good. One last breath here, using your wall or chair. And then when you're ready, you can slowly come upright. All right, so we're going to finish with legs up the wall, and I'll demonstrate that both with the chair or on the wall here in a moment. And right after legs up the wall, we will go into our Shavasana or meditation. Now, if you find legs up the wall is uncomfortable in any way for you and you'd prefer to just lay down in your mat or space, you can do that at any time. Remember, again, this is about you. Also, if you find legs up the wall is more comfortable with a cushion, as I mentioned, you can set one under your bottom, as I'll demonstrate right now. So you're going to come to your wall, and I'll show you the chair version here in a moment. Set down your cushion if you are using one. And then what I like to do is scooch my hips up nice and close to the wall, up close to my cushion, start over on my side, and then very slowly start to swivel around so that my hips are up by the wall. Now you can play around with this. Your legs may be straight, like I'm demonstrating right now. You can also bend the knee. You can put the soles of the feet together. There are a lot of options here. I've even seen people open the legs into splits. So you can make this as passive or active as you would like. So go ahead if you have a wall handy and give that a try. If you don't and you'd like to see the same version with the chair, I'll demonstrate that now. Otherwise, just start to settle into your pose. And as I mentioned, if uncomfortable in any way, come out of it or do any other stretches down on your mat. Chair version of legs up the wall, scoot your hips up close to your chair and then just gently rest the legs up on the chair. So no matter which posture you have chosen, you're going to allow the arms to open. If you'd like, you can gently close the eyes. And I just invite you at this time to take a few breaths and allow things to settle and relax. See if you can make this asana, this posture, work for you. If not, just let it go. Start to notice and deepen your breathing once more. Connecting with breath. Connecting with this moment. We're going to take just a few moments now in our Shavasana, our final resting pose. And I just invite you to slowly make your way out of your version of legs up the wall, coming into your Shavasana. Or if you feel really good here, really comfortable, then I invite you to stay. It's up to you. I'm going to make my way to laying down and move my chair, but again, do what is right for you. Now, no matter what you do, I just invite you to release completely into your posture of choice and very gently close your eyes. We'll take just 2 or 3 breaths here. And as we do so, I invite you, as you rest here, to reflect upon the words that I will say for you. So continue to rest as I give you a mantra, a saying to think of. Our whole process this evening was on the process of letting go. On letting go of things we cannot change or control, and drawing our focus on what matters. So I invite you for your final Shavasana meditation to reflect upon this saying. The beautiful journey of today can only begin when we learn to let go of yesterday. I'd like to thank you for practicing yoga with me today. In your own time, I invite you at this time to stretch, wiggle, move, start to bring small movement back into the body. And then taking your time, you may open your eyes to a soft focus whenever you are ready, and make your way up into a comfortable seated position. Good. When you get there, we will finish our practice with a nice big deep inhalation. Arms will come up, palms will come together at the heart. And from my heart to yours, I'd like to thank you for practicing with me and for giving me the opportunity to learn and grow and study with you as well. Thank you so much for this evening. I wish you a blessed and relaxed rest of your week. Thank you. Namaste.